Hey guys, what's going on? It's Dokkan here, and this is my follow-up video to the part 1 for the support units we should be using on an LR Frieza team. If you haven't already done so, go back and watch the part 1 for how to choose your leader for this event. Thank you, and let's get started. Now, the number 1 support unit in my opinion, Puzzle Wrapped in Enigma, Whis. He is an amazing card. He doesn't have a great leader skill. It's HP and defense plus 50%, so that's why he is on my support unit list. His super attack causes extreme damage and may stun the enemy, which makes him super viable. Make sure you use him if you have him. He is available on the Hero Extermination Plan event, so you can grind him out there if you don't have him. I do not believe it's available as of right now, but when it comes around, if you can, even if you can only grab one of him, because his passive skill recovers all health once when HP is 30% or below, so it will save you a senzu being used. Assuming it lines up good, because sometimes it won't line up perfectly for you, but just remember that passive skill and the super attack are very viable on this team. The next one is going to be from the Cell event. Cell's Fusion is his first form. He will Dokkan Awaken. He's available in the Horrific Cell Games event, and he Dokkan Awakens into Evolved Form, Cell Perfect Form. Now, the reason why I like this card is because he does extreme damage to the enemy, but his passive skill, not his super attack, his passive skill is all enemies attack minus 12%. So right off the bat, just for him being on the field, LR Frieza or any other enemy, their attack is dropped by 12%. He is super, super useful. The next one, which you'll most likely have him because this event just came out. Rival through time and space. Pinich, I think is how you pronounce his name. His leader skill is meh. It's agility type attack plus 50%, but it's more of his passive skill. He gets a 50% buff when performing a super attack, which makes him, I don't want to say a hard hitter, but it's, it is what it is. He is available to use. He is grindable on Dragon Ball Fusion's Diffused World. Now the next one is a set of 3. We don't have the last Dokkan version, but if we did, this one is a card that we want to have on our team. Now, first off, I'm talking about the original card, the Undokkan version, Unwavering Spirit Vegeta GT. He is grindable from Dragon Ball GT Baby Saga. He Dokkan Awakens into Dreadful Fusion Baby Vegeta. Leader skill is meh. It's a HP and attack plus 15%. Isn't great, but his super attack causes extreme damage to the enemy, and his passive skill is attack and defense plus 3,500 when first attacker in turn. Now, he doesn't sound like much, but he links perfectly with the next Dokkan Awakening of himself, the Threat of Invasion Super Baby 1. He hits every single one of the links. The Threat of Invasion Super Baby 1 does supreme damage, and his passive skill is attack and defense plus 5,000 at the start of turn. So, if this Dokkan Awakening comes to the global side before the LR event, similar to the Kid Vegeta event, then this will be viable. The next 2 that are available, we're going to start with Willing to Fight Super Saiyan Vegeta. He's not that great, but he is attainable from the Power at the Pinnacle event, which is the Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta event. He Dokkan Awakens into Return from the Dark Super Saiyan Vegeta Angel. Again, both of these are not great cards, but because their names are different, but they're the same character, both Super Saiyans, they link very well. The Angel card version Dokkans into extreme damage to the enemy for a super attack multiplier, and his passive skill is attack and defense plus 50% when HP is 50% or below, so once you hit that below 50% mark, you will have a slight buff. It's not the greatest, but he hits every single link skill that the other Super Saiyan Vegeta has. Then to the tail end of this list is the Embodiment of Frieza First Form. He is available from Alone Warrior's Last Battle. This was from way long ago. It is for the Rare Bardock event. If you've been playing this game for a while, I don't even remember the last time that this actually was available. It's been a while. I think it's been at least 4 months. Maybe, correct me if I'm wrong, I don't know. It's just been such a long time. This is one of the original events in the game. So the card is so outdated, but if you were around for the Resurrection of F event, he Dokkan Awakens into the Pinnacle of Evil Golden Frieza. He has an extreme damage to enemy modifier, but his passive skill is very viable. All enemies attack reduced by 12%, so just by attacking them, he doesn't even need to super. So, I mean, you could run a double debuff team with that Pinnacle of Evil Golden Frieza, the one that Dokkan awakens from the embodiment of evil first form Frieza, and you can run him with the Cell, and they'll be debuffing LR Frieza or anyone that you go up against. Not amazing, but he will do it. And the last but not least, actually kind of is the least, because this is just a horrible unit all around. But if you don't have anything else, you don't have anything else. This is the Endless Horror Metal Cooler, or Meta Cooler. Huge damage to the opponent for his super attack. His leader skill is all types key +1. So those are just two useless things. And his passive skill, his all allies key +1 when HP is 50% or above. And he has almost no good link skills. So, yeah, he's just there as a filler unit because you need an agility member on your team. And if you don't have one, he's just there to essentially be thrown on the team because he's better fodder than using a physical member. Honestly, you would probably toss any other better farmable card in there in place of him, but I just figured I'd mention him on there. Alright, now with all that being said, let me just state what I believe will be a good team build. It's not going to be the team build, it's just my recommendations out of all the characters that I just listed. First and foremost, leader, if you have him, leader will always be the LR Goku. He just hits really hard and makes the event that much easier. The rest of these leaders also make good support units if you do have this LR Goku. If not, use one of the leaders that I have mentioned. But the next one that you want to make sure you have on a team that is a leader is the Red Hot Martial Artist Paikuhan. Due to his super attack, it lowers attack of the enemy, and his passive skill gives a buff to his allies. The next one is going to be the Whis, puzzle wrapped in an Enigma Whis. You want to make sure you have him. Extreme damage, may stun enemy, and recovers all HP. And that Pikkon and Whis, they link very well together. They give each other a 4-key buff. So if you're running one of the 3-key leads or the LR Goku, which is another 3-key lead, you're going to have that 6-key plus the 4-key, so you only need 2-key to get off of their supers as long as they're linked together. Super useful. The next one is going to be that Tien, because he does extreme damage and he has a medium chance of stunning the enemies. There's just a small handful of agility units that are free to play for this event that give extreme damage. That's why I like him there if he's not going to be your leader. The next two are going to be the Kid Vegeta and the Strike Vegeta. The Kid Vegeta, if he dokkans, that is. Only if he dokkans. If he dokkans, then this is a viable setup to link them together. Regardless, they still do link. It's just highly preferable because his the Kid Vegeta's super attack, when he dokkans, he gets the extreme modifier with a 50% mod super attack, so he hits harder. But yeah, they hit off a lot of each other's link skills, so they help each other out with both attack and ki. The next one is going to be the Evolved Form Cell, is he causes extreme damage to the enemy, and he automatically, just for being on the field, all enemies' attack is lowered, so that helps you out. And the next two, assuming we get this Dokkan Awakening set up, Baby Vegeta and Super Baby 2. So this is the Dreadful Fusion Baby Vegeta, who links very well with the threat of Invasian Super Baby 1. Remember, if this does come out, the Dreadful Fusion Baby Vegeta, you just want to make sure he attacks first in line because of his passive skill, his attack goes up by 3,500 when he's the first attacker. So if you're going to run those two as links, make sure that you have him attacking first, and then the threat of Invasion Super Baby 1 attacking next. The next two, the last set of two that I'm going to mention, is the Willing to Fight Super Saiyan Vegeta and his Dokkaning Return from the Dark Super Saiyan Vegeta Angel. They link very well with each other. That's just my recommendation between the leaders and the cards that link well together. Of course, you can make your team whatever you need to in order to run this event. That's just my recommendations. Personally, LR Goku, Pikkon, Whis, Tien, Evolved Form Cell, and let's say Baby Vegeta would probably be my favorite, would be my top pick. If we get the Dokkanings, then I would say LR Goku, Pikkon, Whis, Baby Vegeta, Super Baby 1, and Kid Vegeta and Strike Vegeta. Because at that point, you have all link buddies, and however you start out the event, you have those links working for you. Just remember, this event does come back, so you have time to prep for it. So whenever you watch this video, just know the event's recurring. And also on the JP side, if from where I'm recording this, the JP side just released about a month ago the new version of LR Frieza. They added an additional stage. I believe he is an agility type all the way through, so it makes it easier. You could use the LR Goku and a full technique team to go after him. I'll be doing that when it comes to global, so I'll be doing a team building for that when he does come to global. But this is what I recommend running as almost a full optimal team. I appreciate taking the time to stop by and watch the video. If you liked it, give it a like, and go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you like what you saw. I will be doing a lot more videos like this in the future. I'm going to create an entire training section on how to do team building and event building. Alright, thank you all. You have a great day.